And hello again. For you guys who watches the channel because I make model videos, I apologise. I haven't made a model video in maybe a couple of months now. I don't know. I just haven't had, between not having the time and then I've had the time. I don't know. I couldn't find the motivation or something to do it. Yeah, and so got myself a bit of Dutch courage to maybe give it another go. the Honda CRX. It's a car I've loved all my life. When I was, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. I don't know. My uncle had one, and my uncle had a wee red CRX. And he actually bought it brand new at the time. And I mean, me and my brother going to Ballymena one night. With my in it, and I don't know, this was the best thing ever, being in this wee sporty car. At the time, I wasn't that overly I knew it was Honda and stuff because I was in the Formula One and stuff as a child. But yeah, I just thought it was a really cool looking wee car, and so it's a car I've always loved, and that's one of the things. One of my big regrets has been not actually buying a real one when I was younger. When I was younger, I could have bought the car no problem, and the insurance would have been very difficult, and then you sort of put it off. Oh, I'll buy one someday, but then when now I'm older, if you can find one, it's for sale. It's either rotten or it's ridiculous price. The wee CRXs are starting to pull strong money, and that just wouldn't exactly be an ideal family car for me. Nowadays, either with 3 kids. But anyway, if you collect model cars, you've got a few options. And so, and when we liking the CRX, yeah, you want to just go cheap. You've got Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels has got a couple of wee ones, and yes, I know they are toy cars. They're not really models, but to be fair, that wee CRX one would be one of their better offerings, where they've painted in the tail lights and stuff. They're actually a bit more neat. And recently, I'd always been interested in these ones here from Hot Wheels. And recently, I spied this here on the website, and I snapped it up. Like as you can see there, the seals on both sides. The sealed, and I can see with the spoiler, the wee plastic thing is still stuck inside the box. So I believe that's brand new. That's never been opened. So that's one of them things. I was always interested in it, and now when I have it, I'm not sure should I even open it because it's never been opened. But well, maybe I will. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm not a big man for the drink, but the odd time, but maybe the last time I was taking a few of them was maybe about a month ago. And here's the other night, I got home from work and this box sitting in the hall. I was, what on earth's this box? And then I looked at it and it was sent to me. I studied the box and opened it, and what on earth was this here? And I had to searching through my phone to find on eBay that I purchased this. It was a wee 1/64 scale diorama, and I had no memory or recollection of purchasing this diorama. Turns out the Hop House 13 it makes me a good shopper. Actually got a good deal on it too. I think it was like 40 quid for it posted, and that's neat. Now I've actually got somewhere to put them wee Suzuki Swifts, GTAs. Oh, that was a good buy. And I'll just stay off eBay tonight. Anyway, I'll get back to what I'm supposed to be filming here is the Honda CRX. And yeah, away from that, we do have auto. And you may be wondering, why am I showing this model? Because this was out over a year ago. But again, this is one of my favourite cars of all time. As a model, I never actually made a specific video for it. I maybe appeared in some of the videos here and there. Maybe one of the ones I did on the wheels. but I never actually made a video for it, and I sort of feel bad, but about that. And yeah, I really like this here, but it was red. And I have modified it, well, ever so slightly, just with replacing the wheels, and yes, they're just stuck in place, and that's how I like it, because normally, yes, I don't say what I'm ever going to sell this one, but if I'm going to sell it, then I can just pull them away and pick the original axles back in, and the model's untouched. And but yeah, I believe this will be one I'll be holding on to. But I nearly didn't. Whenever I was younger, there was a guy around my town. It was around the local area here. I knew him, and there was a couple of them actually, and there was one specific one, and the wheel setup and stuff like that. I loved it, and I know if I could buy a real CRX, I would try to do it identical to that one. That's what I would want. I thought the heck with, why not? And I had this wrapped up, packaged, and I was in the car. I was ready to go to the post office. I stopped at a shop to go and get a Red Bull or something, and I just happened to look at my phone. And when I looked at my phone, I seen a guy on Facebook was selling a silver one, and I was bang. I go straight on it, and because yes, I did have a wee connection again with the red one with my uncle, and I used to have a red one, but yeah, I bought it straight away, and I give the guy the instructions to send it on the Pete Pete Brown, and Pete Brown, he has delivered. And just take a wee look at that there, the Siestro Blue. I guess BP53 is maybe the paint code. For me, that's the colour of a Honda CRX, and and yes, the Speedlane chrono wheels. Those are thanks to DMS model spares, who 3D printed those Speedlane chrono wheels. And again, I paid him for those wheels, and he sent them on to Pete. And Pete took care of painting them and putting them in the model. I didn't notice there when I was looking at it, but he has retained, where I normally don't, he has retained the rotating wheels, which is something I never bother myself with. I'll maybe throw on a few better photos of it there. Why not? This is a Honda video. We'll get all the Hondas out tonight. Although I did recently buy that wee Accord, and I put them wheels on it because it was the only wheels I had at the time, but I have since got these here, what I got from Faz Diecast and Collectibles. If I can get the focus on them. And yeah, well, I painted the centres off them white and stuff, and put on them wee badges and stuff. But I think that will be a better fit for that car. Just I need to take the time. I need to take the time and put them on it. Yeah, I think that'll fit that car better. The Siestro Blue is a colour that it does take daylight to really show you how nice of a colour it is. So I am trying here with a wee LED torch, just so you can see. One wee thing, the only reason that's not to pick faults in Pete's work, that's something I can do myself, is paint on those wee washer jets again. But yeah, he's done a Pete Brown, known as Pete Spec. He's done a fantastic job in that spraying. And that's the first time I've done this where I've bought a model and I never actually seen the model. So yes, this was silver, and I never actually seen it in silver. It went straight from the guy I bought it from to Pete. I do really like how Pete has done in the wee joints, the wee gaps with the black fine line. You can see it there in between the doors and stuff too. It breaks it up better and it gives the model, no, the in between the panels, a wee bit more depth. Well, you see, like Otto hasn't even done that themselves. That's something you would see on the ignition models, where that's always done. No, I did forget to mention that Norev has released a new CRX. I know it is a left-hand drive. I think it's a US spec model, and a wee bit disappointed by that, but also disappointed and with this, and then all CRX sort of fans. I know when they look at this Auto CRX, that it's not a VTEC model. It's the 16 valve model. Any sort of CRX enthusiast will know the difference with the bumpers, and the big difference is the bonnet, where the centre of the bonnet in the 16 valve dips down, and that's why you've got the bulge. Where in the VTEC, the centre of the whole centre of the bonnet is raised. So so that did away with that wee bulge in the bonnet. And I'm sure Pete would have been more than capable of transforming that into like a VTEC model. But I've spent enough money lately, and I'm happy enough just to have that in the colour it's in, and it looks close enough. It's it's another great job from Pete. Yeah, but right. I forgot what I was going to say there. For those of you who has subscribed to my channel because of car meet videos, or because sort of Northern Ireland attraction videos, or whatever other sort of videos I've made. The Ballymena shopping video. If you've subscribed and you're watching this here, and you're model cars, and you're thinking, what's that man buying toy cars for? Just to get the difference, like example, this here from Hot Wheels. That is definitely a toy car, but I do praise Hot Wheels for recognising the Bozozuku cars of Japan. I would love to see some things like that there in the 1/18 scale. And then this does belong to my son. I've brought it for the purpose. But there is guys who take maybe like some of those wee hot Wheels and modify them a bit with changing the wheels and stuff on them. But it still just looks like a toy. I could show another example. This from Jada, however you want to pronounce it. Again, I would class this is definitely a toy car, where the dimensions is wrong. Where this has been pushed and bits is pulled, and it doesn't. It looks sort of like an R34, but it doesn't. Truly represent an R34 skyline in terms of the dimensions. And that's like for someone like myself who's a fan of cars. Yes, you can look at posters and look at magazines and stuff like that, but there's something about looking at something like this, three-dimensionally, and what I can look at it from all angles, and likes all these cars. It's impossible for me to own all these in real life, but I take a detailed, scaled model, and I can admire them. No, at any time, and yeah, and they are for display purposes only. Like these autos, they do have very fine windows. It is made from resin. If I drop that right now, it's probably going to shatter I'll just set that down. Shatter into 100 pieces, and it'll be destroyed. Where the Hot Wheels, it's they're made for that. No, again, because it's a toy. It's designed to be played with, and a big clue maybe on the box, or like as I say, it's 14 plus. And that is a Hot Wheels, but it's a 118. But yeah, there's lots of small parts and stuff like that which you couldn't give the kid to play with, and fragile pieces and stuff like that. We're like these Hot Wheels is maybe like 3 plus or something like that. So there's a big clue on the box to whether it's a toy or it's a model car. I've been joined by a young fella here that must have heard me talking about toy cars. But that's not to say that all small cars are toys. For example, you've got these wee guys from Inno 64, and again, these are made from resin, and if you drop them, they'll shatter. They're not for children. And again, there's a big difference there with the price. Where they're 20 odd pound, where the Hot Wheels, you can maybe buy it for like £2. But and this is a lot more accurate, a lot more detailed than for something that's, as again, so small. I left the Honda there just to stick with the Honda theme of the video. And yeah, I get this is not a toy. But for people who knows about model cars, maybe they know all this. But I'm just saying, there will be people that subscribe to my channel but has no interest in model cars, or maybe just doesn't know anything about model cars. Right, I had to make this wee man happy here. He wants his ice cream truck in the video. And is you happy now? Yes. Right. Look, the ice cream truck. It's lovely. And that's a toy. There you go. All right. That was the other thing lately. I've been sort of in the times where I have possibly could have made a video. I was trying to decide what to make a video about. I might actually do a video on that as like model car collecting for beginners, where I could maybe like mention the difference in models and a toy, and maybe my recommendations on where you should buy your model cars. If you damage your model car, how you to fix it and stuff like that. I don't know. I might try and make a video on that for beginners, not for experts. Not that I'm an expert. An expert is a term that you have to use very loosely nowadays. It's a lot of people claiming to be experts maybe aren't experts at all. But that's another story. One thing, going away from the Hondas a wee second, I'll just mention. Today, I was painting some wheels and stuff like that, and painting them wee ones. I painted the faces of them for them wheels I got from Faz, and I painted another wee set of Audi RS5 wheels, and then I was trying to. And then discovered I need a VAG car, a Volkswagen Audi grip car to put them on. And I looked around and I spied the wee Beetle. And I just happened to check out of any of the model car videos I've made on YouTube, the most successful video I've ever made is about that Volkswagen Beetle by Maestro. That's something to think about. I've made model or car videos on ignition models, Casio models, Solido, Norev, and Auto. I mean, loads of videos on Auto. And that wee Beetle, Volkswagen Beetle by Maestro, has almost got more views and more likes than the rest of them put together. And that's something that was made me think there this evening. In terms of making videos for YouTube? No, is that more what people wants to see? Is like budget models and those sort of modifying them sort of cheaply and stuff like that? Is that what people wants to watch, or is there more model collectors out there? What's in the Volkswagens, or no? What have I missed there? I hadn't looked through my videos in a long time, because that video, it's saying 3 years, but it hasn't actually caught up yet. YouTube, it's almost 4 years ago I did that video on that wee Beetle, and but that was one with just sort of gumped me this evening. But yeah, you can see my ignition model videos and stuff like that, maybe a couple of hundred views, and some of the auto model videos like the EK9, which should be a popular model, and there's maybe barely 100 views on it, and the Milestone model has almost 6,000 views on it. That's a big difference in viewing figures. So for me, as a YouTube channel, is that what I should be focusing more on? Then, based on that, I wish Milestone would make a CRX. I'll soon buy it to show it. But the wee Milestone cars, like, they're not bad, and like, I did recently I buy this here just for the sake I like the Ferrari F50, and there's lots of wee things. Yes, you have got your wee typical sort of Milestone flaws on it here and there, where like that wee corner glass window doesn't quite meet the windscreen and stuff like that, and the paint just wouldn't be perfect. It's not like that. It's not like that auto there, or like with peach spray. It's not perfect, but for the money of it, I bought that and had it posted to me for £20. And that, again, that's a big difference. Again, is that also why more people's interested in them, because they're more affordable and you can buy more of them. I can buy 5 of them for the price of one of them autos. And that's, and plus, yeah, you get to explore the car, and you can see that it actually has working suspension in there and stuff like that. Again, that's something to be admired for £20. So, well, I was meaning not to make this video too long, and now it's probably like 40 minutes. But we'll blame the hop house. Yeah, that's right, people. This is a prestigious moment. Get the drum roll. And the seal is cut. It's no longer brand new. Oh dear. And there you go. The box is off it. And it looks alright. There's wee things which I'll maybe will do. I'll maybe paint in that window frame and paint that door pillar black, and around that window frame and stuff, just to help the appearance of it. It's pretty cool to see. You've got this like extra bonnet piece, and these like drag style wheels are like stuck onto the box. So that's, again, you have to sort of like destroy the box to try to get them off. But to be honest, I don't even know if I'll use them. But maybe just keep it. The doors don't actually open, but the bonnet removes. Let's get nice steering and stuff on it. I've been curious about one of these here for a while. Focus. And it'll just be a wee addition. I might actually pick up that Norev one at some point, just for the sake of it, to have another CRX. And yes, Ignition does make a CRX, the older sort of more 80s shape, the first CRX. Ignition does do a model of it. Maybe one model or something did as well, but I think Ignition models, I had a couple of Ignition models and I sold them. Just basically at £250 plus each. to be sitting here in my room. I just decided I didn't want that sort of money sitting in my room. And for example, I sold one of those ignition models, and the money I got for one of those ignition models bought me two of those, and one of them from Auto. I bought 5 models, brand new from Auto, for the price of selling one of those ignition models. And then I've since sold one of the Volvos, and I sold one of the Audis. So really, that Peugeot and them 2 Audis is now costing me about £50. You know, it was a no-brainer to selling ignition models, and not that they're lovely, but I don't see what they're worth that money for. When I looked at them, they're nice, but they're not 4 times as nice as the Auto models. Yes, they've got the aftermarket parts on them, but the presentation of them and the interiors and stuff, I didn't see what there was anything that extraordinary about them. They were very tidy and very neat, but so's the Autos. And you can buy, when you're buying them brand new, they had a wee price increase there. It's maybe costing you like 80 quid now to have them posted to you. But the Autos are better value, and yes, they're the more standard original car, and I do like the aftermarket stuff. But yeah, the ignition models, if I had them 6 models were ignition models, that's a couple of grand. And like I'm a family man of a house, a wife and 3 kids, and I don't need that much money sitting in my model room. I think that's just very selfish. That would be very selfish of me. So no, I'll stick to here, and I have sold quite a few models lately too, because I don't want to be that guy who has 10 grand's worth of models. I want to recycle them and sort of look at them for a while, admire them, and like a real car, sell it on, and then buy. Then you sort of like you're re-spending or already spent money. I'm not digging into my bank account all the time. But this will probably not go in the video, because the video's probably already long enough. You're probably not even going to see this here. I possibly shouldn't make videos when I drink in the hot ice, but well, yeah, I haven't made a video in a while, a model video. Merry Christmas to everybody. I meant to say that at the start. I meant to say Merry Christmas to everybody, and say to everybody. I meant to say do that at the start. I meant to go, Alexa, play Christmas music. And I don't know if that would have got anybody there. I meant to do that at the start of the video, and I forgot, because it's December and Christmas is coming now. I know, and I'd rather spread a bit of Christmas cheer rather than the garbage that there is on the television, which you shouldn't watch because it's garbage. Just watch garbage on YouTube with boys like me. Anyway, I probably should go on. And I'll see you next time. And again, I'm not sure when that will be, but that's right. I seen photos today. Everybody getting their Autos, the new Autos, their Focuses and stuff. And I know I'm more interested in getting the FN2, the Type R, and I have ordered one of the Focuses there too. And there's your boy Hagen down in Ballyclare. Up photos, send me photos in Messenger. He's got his 2 lightning green Focuses sitting there in a photograph, and his Kawasaki green mini champs behind it. But and the DPD never came near me today, and I'm only 15 minutes down the road. It'll be something to look forward to on Monday. At least I got one good auto today, the one from Pete. And yes, I'll see you again next time. So long, sayonara, goodbye. Oh yes, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Eat, drink and be merry.